Good afternoon. Great to be with you all this afternoon. I'm David Green with the Plateau Group. I've been with the company over 25 years, and before that I sat on your side of the desk as a loan officer at a bank and at a couple of different finance companies. So I know these products from both sides of the desk, and we're pleased to just be talking about one today though, credit protection products, the credit property product. The credit property product is one that's valuable for many reasons to your lending institution and is valuable to you as loan officers. Why do you offer these products? The products are offered, number one, for protection for your borrower. Protection in the event that something happens to their collateral, because they may or may not have reserves to pay for the loan in the event that something happens to the collateral, or be able to replace that collateral. For you, the lending institution, it's very important because of two things. One, collateral protection. You want to have the protection on the insurance, the insurance products on the collateral that you have listed, and the protection offers you the opportunity to make claims on it in the event that the property is stolen or destroyed by fire, water, wind, or theft. And lastly, it's protection for you, the loan officers. As a loan officer, you're expected to collect these loans you make. And it's important to have the protection on it, because if you no longer have the collateral, you won't sleep as good at night. That's an old saying for loan officers. We're going to go quickly through the agenda. In normal situation, you'd be able to stop me with questions. But I want to start with the first thing, and that's our 1-800 number. 1-800-PLATEAU, 752-8328. The name comes from the Cumberland Plateau, where our home office is located. So always feel free to call the number in the event that you get into a situation where you're not comfortable with either describing the products to your customer, understanding the products, filing a claim, understanding your procedures as far as reporting, anything like that. Dial the 800 number. You can also reach us sales reps the same way. The main theme of this agenda today is to talk about product features, compliance, and we're all getting tired of hearing about compliance, but it's such a vital part of what you do every day. Tools and reference materials, points of contact, and value proposition and customer experience. Credit property, what is it? Credit property protects the creditor and the borrower in the event of a loss of covered household goods or personal property pledged or purchased in conjunction with a credit transaction. Big words, very simple meaning. It covers your loan in the event that something happens to the collateral that you have listed on that loan. You have single creditor protection and dual protection, which most of you do sell. The dual protection or interest on the loan, and it provides coverage during the term of a loan obligation. The declared protection cannot exceed the lesser of the loan amount or the value of your property, the property that they're listing for collateral on the loan. It pays benefits in the event of a covered loss, and we will go through the different types of losses. Now, here is one of the main questions that a borrower will ask you, and they'll ask you on any of these protection products. Do I have to purchase them? The plain and simple answer is no. They do not have to purchase these protected items or these type of protections for the items that they're listing for collateral from you. Credit property is not required for pledged collateral. Credit property does not need to be purchased from the creditor, and the customer can provide evidence of credit's insured interest in pledged collateral or household goods. What are the terms? The covered household goods or personal effects pledged as collateral. It protects in the event of fire, theft, and other perils. The exclusions apply for negligence, frost, ice, or water damage, cold or weather deterioration or wear, war, or nuclear damage. It exists for the duration of the underlying note. The dual interest protection is one that we receive a lot of questions on from borrowers and from lenders in the event that they have a homeowner's protection policy. They may be a homeowner and have a policy themselves. Why would they buy extra collateral protection from you? Quite simply, deductibles is the first place to always think. Most of your borrowers will have at least a $1,000 deductible on their homeowner's policy. There are no deductibles on these policies. There's no deductible on this policy at all. So, it protects the lender and the insured debtor's interest in household goods, personal property, pledged as collateral, or security for a loan. It provides coverage for loss from fire, lightning, windstorm, hail, explosion, riot or civil disturbance, aircraft, vehicle, smoke, flood, collapse of building, bursting, burning, freezing, or any household appliance except water heaters, robbery, burglary, or theft with evidence of forced entry, which is very important. The evidence of forced entry. We have to have evidence of forced entry in the event of a burglary. It may be written on personal property subject to the limitations and exclusions stated in your individual certificate based on your state. It pays the cost to repair or replace the covered collateral, and it's not to exceed the amount of insurance written. All right? The next item in talking about single interest, it protects the lender's interest in household goods or personal items, property items pledged as collateral. Single simply means single. Dual means dual. Dual coverage is for both you and your borrower. Single interest is for you only. Okay? It provides coverage for loss from fire, lightning, windstorm, hail, explosion, riot or civil disturbance, aircraft, vehicle, smoke, flood, collapse of building, bursting, burning, freezing of any household appliance except water heaters, robbery, burglary, or theft with evidence of forced entry again. It may be written on personal property subject to the limitations and exclusions stated in your certificate. And it pays the lesser of the cost to repair the net unpaid balance of the loan at the date of the loss or the amount of insurance written. The coverage that's not provided. This is as important as knowing what you do have covered, what you do not have covered. It does not insure against loss or damage due to frost, cold weather, ice, snow, or sleet, loss or damage to motor vehicles, land conveyances, or aircraft unless listed as collateral in the debtor's insured note. It's got to be listed, folks. It's a loss or damage caused by deterioration unless it results from insured perils. Loss or damage caused by mechanical or electrical breakdown. This is one that sometimes befuddles, but think of your auto insurance policy. If you have an normal automobile insurance policy, and you lock the engine up in your car because you forgot to put oil in it, your insurance agent is not going to cover that. Same thing here, mechanical or electrical breakdown. Loss or damage caused by insured's neglect of property during and after any covered loss to the extent of the insured's neglect. In the event there is a loss, we need the insured to protect the property going forward. Coverage not provided continued here, loss or damage to the television antennas and outside wiring. Don't see too much of that anymore. Loss or damage caused by resulting from hostile or warlike action by any government of sovereign power, legal or actual, or their military authority or agent, or by any armed forces, or action taken by governmental authorities in hindering, combating, or defending against such an occurrence. Very broad statements. Hopefully we won't see too many of those. Loss or damage by nuclear reaction, nuclear radiation, or radioactive contamination, and loss or damage to all forms of money instruments. Claims. Claims are the worst part of selling any of these policies. But it's very important that you know how to handle a claim because it can be very, very simple. Dual interest household good insurance shall not extend to the insured creditor, insured debtor as their interest may appear. So, okay, it's how it's going to cover you. Claims documentation. We simply need a copy of the certificate of insurance, a copy of the security listing and payment history, a copy of your note, and a copy of the incident report, whether it's police or fire. Short list. Simple process. Common claim errors. Let's go through those so we can we can make it where it doesn't happen to you. We can make it where it's very simple. If the loss is caused by fire or theft, a copy of the police or fire report must accompany the claim. If it is lightning damage, we need a copy of a repair statement. Just a repair statement stating the cost to repair or that it is not repairable due to lightning damage. Very simple, okay? In the case of flood or tornado, we'd like to have a copy of a newspaper article giving details of the incident. We will always need a copy of the collateral list, Schedule A, taken when the loan is made, as we use it to determine the value of the property and the payment that will be made. It is very important to remember that theft is covered only if there is evidence of forced entry. The police report must state this for the claim to be paid. Please note if RVs or recreational vehicles are taken as collateral on a loan, they should be covered under Vehicle Physical Damage Plus, so that collision and theft without forced entry are covered. Account specifics and licensing for your individual state. You will need to approach this as through your own internal HR department, or you can call our office and we'll give you state-specific information for that. Okay? Each state sets their own licensing. For specific licensing requirements, again, you can talk to your folks or go to our 800 number or our website. As far as your policy, look to it for your limits. Okay? In summary, we hope these different videos help you to know your products better. We hope that we can help you understand them, to explain them to your borrowers better. We hope that the individual videos will help you as you progress and make better sales, more sales, and handle claims easier. Qualify your customers on the front end, knowing what they're putting up for collateral. That makes this an opportunity to sell this product. Do not discriminate. How do you discriminate on credit property? This is not discrimination that you think of due to sex or age, their race, their religion. It's whether or not you're really offering me the products. You're making a discriminatory decision based on whether or not to offer it to me. As a homeowner, if you're saying I'm not going to offer it to David Green, then you've discriminated against me, because I could use that protection and that I would not have to face my deductible on my homeowner's policy. Okay? And then make sure you use your proper disclosures. Complaint procedures. You have an internal complaint procedure. Make sure you follow it to the letter. These things are being tracked very closely now. It will behoove you to do that. If you have any products and any complaints on any of our products, go to the main phone line, 1-800-PLATEAU, 752-8328, and we will assist you in any way possible. We will assist your borrower any way possible to make sure that it is resolved in a timely manner. Our contact information is such. You have it in your manual. You can always start with the 800 department, our number. Start with any department on any of the different products you're selling. For Plateau Credit Property Department, we have Sharon Tabor, who's been ahead of the department for quite some time, and you can reach her directly or contact your marketing representative for Plateau. Here's our physical address, mailing address, website. This is in the back of your manual. If you do not have time to write this down right now, then look to the back of your manual and it'll have this information in there for you, and you can contact us any of these ways. We certainly appreciate your time today. Anything we can do, don't hesitate to call, and we hope that these products are now we've made it a little bit easier for you to present and sell them going forward. Thank you for your time.